table because I was trying to go on my computer. I thought that it would be a lot easier for me since I'm at home today to be on my computer. But then, of course, I waited till the last minute because I thought all I needed to do was just go live, and then that's not all I needed to do. So I'm just gonna have to go with my phone again. So sorry about that. I was hoping to be able to see your comments a little bit better.
At Granger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest.
Did y'all just hear that? That was like a YouTube commercial. I don't know. I do not know what I'm doing here. I think I need some technical support, supervision when I go live, because I do not know what I'm doing. But anyway, I'm glad y'all are here, and I'm excited to chat with y'all a little bit. I tried to put a Q&A down below. I don't think it came through. So my question for y'all this week was sort of, what are some favorite recipes that y'all have, or some meal plan ideas that I can take note of and maybe plan for the future for videos? Kendall is here. I'm really glad that you're here. That's my daughter. And Catherine, you always make it. So you get an attendance award because you are here and letting me know that you're here. So thank y'all both very much. As far as last week's video, I am really thankful for the response of that video. It was, if you haven't seen it, it was my latest $55. I wanted it to be $50, but I wasn't able to make that. But it was my latest low budget frugal meal plan, and it has gotten a lot of good feedback. So thank you for that. And thanks for watching it. And if you shared it to some of your friends and family, thank you for that too. But I'm always interested to see how those new meal plans will turn out. Sometimes they don't get a lot of attention, and sometimes YouTube picks it up and it sort of gets a lot of good feedback and a lot of good attention. So I'm thankful if y'all did share that. Thank you very much for doing that. We've got a lot of new subscribers. I think it's like pushing 500 new subscribers already. So there's a lot of new people here, and I'm sure they're not joining for the live stream, but I appreciate every new subscriber because it just sort of helps me to know what people are interested in, and it's obvious that people are really needing a little bit of help or some new ideas when it comes to healthy, frugal meal plans. And so thank you for all of the good feedback there. Catherine is asking if I do much cooking in the crock pot. I do like the crock pot. I have a crock pot, and even though I waited a really long time before I got an Instant Pot, I did finally break down and get one. But okay, this is something that I probably should not tell people, but I am very likely, because I have animals outside, and I'm a little bit attention deficit. So I will, if I have something in the Instant Pot and it's like only, like if I made chicken stock with some bones, and I'm gonna go and feed those bones to the chickens, it's very likely for me just to take the stainless steel insert from my Instant Pot and then take it out to the chickens, and then not leave it with the chickens, but leave it outside, because I'm not doing what I ought to do in finishing a task. I'm not very good at finishing tasks. So I did that one time, and my Instant Pot insert stayed outside for a long time. So the Instant Pot sort of left my mind because I didn't have all of the pieces, even though, y'all, I walk by it every day, and that's terrible. But anyway, that's the story about the Instant Pot. So I don't really love using the Instant Pot anymore because I've gotten out of the habit, but I do love the crock pot. And I just find it to be so helpful. I find it so helpful that I can put something in there really quick and then just leave it for the day. I don't do that all the time because it's regular that I'm here at home. But if I have like an early morning when I'm trying to run out the door, or especially on Sundays, I find church days to be really good days for me to use the crock pot. I really enjoy that. So I will add that to my list. We will have a crock pot thing very soon, a crock pot video very soon. I'm glad that somebody is from Alabama. Maybe there won't be any comments about my accent like there was last week. I don't know, those of you who saw last week's video, somebody had made sort of an unkind comment about my accent, which, I mean, it's understandable. It's very thick, Southern, and it is sort of off-putting to some people, so that's okay. But I'm glad you're here, Diane. I would love to know what's going on with y'all today. Lindsay has no chance about not having a Southern accent. You are from Louisiana, you live in Mississippi. There's no telling how deep and strong your accent is, but it probably can't be much more than mine. I was telling somebody in the comments of last week's video, they were saying something about me calling the thing you shop in and you put your groceries in a buggy, and that sort of made them giggle. And I was telling Kelsey, my daughter, about that, and she was like, well, what are you supposed to call it? And so the person, I told them that, and they were like, yeah, shopping cart, that's what we call it. But I think it's funny how we can be so close to each other, but so different in the way that we use words. I think it's funny. I think it's neat. I was telling this commenter about how Lane, I mean, literally has no chance. Lane is our 4-year-old little boy, and he has been slow to get moving on his speech, and that's normally when I do my live, is when we're at the school. He has his speech class once a week on Tuesdays, so that's normally where we are. And he has started, okay, I probably shouldn't use this word a lot, but I say ain't a lot of times, but he has taken it next level, and he says I ain't. So like the little bitty insect, he just has his own next level Southern accent. So I'm really excited about hearing him as he grows and develops in his vocabulary and in his communication, how fun it's going to be. Somebody from Australia. Now, I wish that I could just trade places with you, and you could take on the live, and then I could sit and listen to you talk, because there's nothing, in my mind, there's nothing better than an Australian accent. Australian accents and like European accents, I could sit and listen to them all day. I follow people on Instagram just because of their accent. So I don't know why we always get on this topic. I think that was my fault this time. I think I got it. I think I got it shifted over that way again. So sorry. No more talk about that. We're going to talk about other stuff. We've had a fun beginning of the week. Yesterday, I took Lane to spend the night with my mom, and that's one of his favorite things to do. He loves to go and spend time with Nanny. He gets everything that he wants, and including all of the cereal that he can fit in his little belly, and cream of wheat. She keeps him stocked on that. Lunchables. So some of the stuff that he doesn't always get here are his go-tos there. So he really enjoys going and playing and painting. And so that's where he is today. That's why we didn't have speech. He skipped out of school so he could go spend the night with Nana, which that sounds like the most homeschool thing you could ever do. But since he was not here, Chris and I went for an early birthday dinner for him last night to a really nice restaurant. It's our favorite restaurant, but we never go because it's really pricey. But I don't know if y'all have ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse. The one here in Birmingham is called Texas de Brazil, and it is so good. If you like steak and you can put aside a little bit of extra money to go, I would highly recommend it, because I'm literally all you can eat filet mignon. I mean, you can't beat that. So again, it's expensive. They don't give it away, but once a year we try to go, and Chris is having a big birthday. I don't guess he cares if I tell y'all that he's turning 50 at the end of this month. So happy birthday to him, and I got to participate in his first birthday celebration. And yes, the salad bar, so much better than just like a regular run-of-the-mill salad bar. Their cheeses are really good. The bacon, I mean, why would I go and spend all this money to eat bacon? Because it's so good. That's why. And they have, I think it's called a lobster bisque, but I was thinking last night, I was like, I have got to find the recipe for this soup so that I can share it with everybody, because it's so good. So that's what we did last night. I literally ate so much. I try not to overeat, so I have like a plan. We've been several times, so now when I go, I know how to handle the day. So I didn't eat breakfast. I ate half of a baked potato for lunch, and I had a protein bar like for a snack because I was starving. And I've learned you can't go to the all-you-can-eat steak place. You can't go there starving, or you won't be able to eat enough because to get your money's worth, because you'll be starved and you'll just be like throwing it in. So I try to manage the day well, but I really did. I think I overdid it because my stomach was so hurting throughout the night. I think I gave myself indigestion or something, but I'm feeling much better today. So it was totally worth it. I cannot believe that I left filet mignon on my plate. Like normally if I just get a small steak at home, I can finish the whole thing and no problem. But they just bring it so much, and you can't stop eating it. So I was finally like, no, I cannot finish that. And Chris couldn't finish it either. So that poor delicious steak just got wasted, and that was sad. But that was a fun night. And then, I mean, we were home by 8 o'clock, like old Granny and Grandpa coming home after the restaurant, and just enjoyed a nice quiet evening with the girls. Kelsey is sick, so she's just sort of staying to herself a lot, and hopefully she'll get better. She's been sick for a long time, and I don't really know what to do about that. But I've given her, if y'all have any suggestions, I've given her apple cider vinegar, but she cannot drink that water. So I've encouraged her to get outside and eat some vegetables. I made her some chicken and dumplings. Maybe that'll help. I don't know, but y'all probably have some good ideas. I would love to hear about that. Let's see. I wanted to talk about a couple of other things. I got some really good feedback from last week's live when I was telling y'all about the mean comment guy. And I wanted to tell y'all thank you for the support that you sent about that. That man was just not friendly. He was not kind. And I got some feedback that what he said to the particular commenter really did hurt her feelings, and it really did affect her. So I'm sorry again about that, and I've not seen anything from him, so hopefully he's good and gone and won't be back. I hope not. But somebody said they only have 15 minutes, so it's probably time for them to be headed out. So I guess that's probably time for me to be headed out too. Unless y'all have anything else that you would like to talk about. I'm sorry that I couldn't get my laptop to work because I really felt like that would help a lot. I guess I could ask y'all how your budget is going. We are a good month and a half in to the year, and I'm wondering if anybody is feeling really good about where you are as far as your finances, your budgeting. How are your shopping trips going? Are you seeing any difference as far as with the new year coming? Have you seen good sales? Or I have felt like I'm doing a little bit better as far as managing my grocery budget and my other spending, not spending as much time on Amazon. I think during like the holidays, yes, the eggs are definitely too high. You're very right about that. I find it very easy for me to feel like I haven't done enough. So if I'm thinking about, well, maybe I need to get one more gift for so and so, or maybe I haven't done enough for the kids, and I wish I wasn't that way. And I'm really gonna try hard to get myself out of that mindset, so that I can just give a nice gift and feel good about it, that is from the heart and that is enough. But at the end of the year, I always tend to overspend, and so I'm glad that the end of the year is over and we're working into the new year toward some better financial goals and better financial decisions. I do feel like I'm managing the grocery budget a lot better. And we have decided to have like separate monies. So I have a debit card that is attached to a particular bank account that whenever Chris's paycheck comes in, the money that we've set aside for groceries goes straight into, and animal feed, goes straight into that one account. That has really helped, and a lot of times I will be right toward the end of the money. By the time paycheck comes, it's sometimes there's nothing, and that's fine because we've budgeted that amount. And if I spend all of that, then I've not spent too much. I've spent exactly how much I should have spent. But I really do want to try to get a cushion in there for when I see a good sale, and when I see something that maybe is a little bit of a good buy that we can put in the freezer or something like that. Last year I wasn't able to do that, but I'm seeing a little bit of progress already in our grocery budget. So I had I don't know, it was maybe almost a tenth of the money left whenever the paycheck came in. So I think that's good, like going from no leftover and spending it all to having a little bit left. If I can do that throughout the year, like I would really love it if I could have a good, $5,000 there at the end. But I wanted to do that last year, and I had like zero at the end of the year. But groceries are expensive. So I counted it a win because at the end of the year, we weren't in debt because of the grocery prices. We were able to manage and have plenty while still not having to borrow money or put groceries on a credit card, which I know a lot of people have had to do, and I feel really bad about that. And that's one reason that I do try to at least once a season put out those frugal meal plans, because I know how hard it is. And if we have one of those meal plans to go to, fall back on, I think that's helpful. If I could just go and maybe once, even if we could just do it once a month, a $50 meal plan once a month would really make a big difference. If your normal monthly budget for your family is $150, well, there's your $100 for the month, and then by the end of the year, you've got $1,200 just sort of squirreled away. And if you use it throughout the year for, meat sales, or somebody was telling me, I mean, this woman, she is on top of it, and I wish she had a YouTube channel, but she was talking about how she will go in, and if there's something that's about to go out of date, she'll just go straight to the manager. And she ended up getting a lot of good, healthy, long-term food storage in her freezer for next to nothing, because she's just willing to go and ask. And I think that's a really good habit to get into. Lindsay needs a new roof. That's really good if you can sort of save with your groceries and then be able to put it with your for something else that your family needs too. That always makes me feel really like I'm doing the most that I can as a mom and a wife and a homemaker. If I can sort of use our food money to feed everybody and then have a little extra to be able to do something else, car repairs, house repairs, whatever, medical bills, that really makes me feel like I am really doing all that I can to help support the family. Even though the things that we do, even if we don't bring home any money, a lot of what we do is so valuable that people would never be able to pay monetarily for the things that a mom and a wife do. If you can just squirrel away a little bit out of your budget that you're working out of, I think it does something, at least it does for me, makes me feel really good about being able to even more support and encourage Chris in the work that he's doing. We can work together that way, and that's good. Catherine is bringing up the accent again, but she says that her husband thinks that my accent is lovely. So I'm gonna remember that. I appreciate it. We had a trip. This has been probably 7 years ago. We got in our car and we drove to California. Now that's a long trip. We had everything planned out before we left. It was like a 20 something day trip, and we had all of our stops made, and we got to California, and it is so beautiful. We just ran to the water. It was gorgeous. So if you don't live in California and you're looking for a place to go visit, it's really nice. I know that they're having a lot of trouble right now with the repercussions of the wildfires, but it's a beautiful place, and we had so much fun. But one time we were at a restaurant and we were ordering. Well, the girls were really little then, so I was ordering, and the woman just like stopped me dead cold and was like, "You're gonna have to wait a minute," because she was like laughing and had to get a hold of herself. She couldn't understand what I was saying, and all I was trying to do was order fish and French fries, but it was pretty funny to her to hear all of that. So that's a compliment that somebody from California at least can understand my accent. I think somebody said something to pay your vehicle off with, is that with your grocery budget? The extra left over in your grocery budget? Because if you can do that, that's a big deal. We all pretty much, unless we live, in one of those really tight areas like New York City, everybody has to have a vehicle, but car payments are really hard on a family budget. So good for you getting that taken care of. That's really good. Well, I I think I probably have taken plenty of your time today. So I've enjoyed our talk. Thanks for being here. I will definitely make note of the crock pot recipe ideas, and we will do that very soon, so be on the lookout for that. I did want to tell you that in this Friday's video, it's going to be sort of spend a day with me, spend a little bit of the weekend with me, because it was over 2 days. But I have a little bit of a giveaway, so I'm excited about that. Make sure you tune in for how to register for that giveaway, and I'm excited to bring that to y'all on Friday. So I guess I will sign off and tell y'all bye for now, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. I love y'all.